one group finished, we can say a few words. And the way we do that at the Joint Center is we always say something, but the students always comment on their peers' work. So I don't know if it's practice here, but in the Joint Center we always do that. So I'll say a few things. I thought it was excellent work. I mean, for a day and a half, you've developed an incredible amount of ideas and transformed them into principles. So I think that was really good. I thought you captured really well some of the key elements that define the identity of the area. For example, the vistas, the fact that they are on top of the water, and I don't know, some other issues like how will this community be physically integrated with the communities in the surroundings. So that's an important thing. Yeah? I was talking to some of the groups this afternoon. We were just checking the surroundings. There's no condominium in the surroundings. So if they are the only condominiums, the perception of business will be even stronger. So I thought that was all well developed in the work. The vision is really good. Usually the vision is a mix between what you want for the area, but also you start by drawing a conceptual drawing, yeah, what you did, a conceptual design for the area. You are already starting to test the principles. Of course, it's not a linear process. You come up with a vision, then you think of design actions, then you apply them to test, and then you come back, abstract them, and then you apply again and you rethink. So that's design process. It's always like cyclical, and I can see that really well. Some of the topics you developed are more a description of the project or the design, but most of them are really what you would find in design points. Things that if an architect or a developer got your documents, they would be able to apply. Yeah, I have to create two types of space. One that is connecting with the community, the other one which is connecting with new housing, with the sea, and has a function of social cohesion, thing. So whether the spaces be in that shape or in that location, we don't know. But it's a requirement, so they would have to do it. There's another one that says you shouldn't have any wall, because of this lack of or this issue with integration, and that's something they would have to do as well. Maybe something else. So I thought it was an excellent piece of work.
I think there was something very interesting about the views, and I was curious, I don't know if you discussed about how could you frame the views with the buildings. I don't know if it was, I understood that you were talking about people from outside the building, like from the neighborhood, that would somehow have some parts of the views framed by the building. Is it correct?
I think the views can be developed in many ways.
Yeah.
One of the ones we discussed a lot is could be most by creating holes. It can be like the emulation of the construction, can be a hole on the wall to improve the experience in the housing.
But if you mean more for the people, the dwellers of the
people who live there, and also
anyone that's like in the inner space should be able to see the bridge. So the building should make a frame for it.
Yeah, because the buildings wouldn't be, I think our idea was that the buildings would just be 4 walls like that. There'd be a variation of different walls and heights and things, which mean that they give different views and different angles and so on. But that would be the job of the architect.
No, because I think that's something very interesting, because when we walk through the area, it's really nice that we just see sometimes just part of the bridge, and then
Yeah.
What we
that's
call
something that
surprise.
So, yeah, we call it surprise business.
I was just curious of
Brazilian
how
British
would you make this with the buildings, the new buildings? So because I understood that you would raise most of the buildings,
But not all of them, no, just the ones that had access to the sea.
but then this could be from people from the outside that would have somehow the
Yeah, I
business
understand
frame.
what you were like, for example, if you are in this central public space that we create, you have the building, but you don't have an obvious hole that the bridge is there. It's like you are walking and then at some point you see, oh no, the bridge is there. It's like something that will be really surprising, but it's not an obvious hole with your cheese. Something more dynamic that you could play with the shape.
Or something created between two different buildings. Walking in the corner.
Yeah.
Like the example that the reason we come up with that idea was because we were talking about when we were walking on the jetty which had been built up, or the pier which had been built up, and then between the buildings there was like amazing views of the bridge which you weren't expecting when you were just walking along. You were looking this way and there was an amazing view, but this way it was just a building, but then all of a sudden between the two buildings there was a really amazing view. So that was something we would think that should be translated into a new development. So it could be between two buildings, or it could be by using multiple facades in one building perhaps, or an angled wall or something. I don't really know, that would be the next level, I suppose.
Yeah, and
But
also like it gets the same concept that landscape preservation that Germany has. Like when you're in small towns in Germany, you are in a spot like you're in a park, and you are obliged to give a view to the main cathedral tower. So like they open spots in the middle of the building, so it's a good place.
Yeah, because I think that's something really nice. Because some of the people from the area, they have one view of part of the, let's say, part of the sea, but when they go to visit somewhere else, then they have different views that they don't have, and usually they should be blocked by, like, if you have one house right next to the other. So that was something very nice for us that are from outside and just coming, and it's really a surprise, but also people from the neighbors that they have different views from the other side, and then they have the opportunity to see the bridges from
And
this
also
narrow.
frame you more valuable.
I have a last question. It's the same sort of thing about wandering inside and then the outside, because I find quite interesting the idea of the blue network. But in the blue network, I feel like you were saying it's more a description than which would be the role, something in connection with what we are saying from the inside. I mean, if you are walking the side, then you have all this view. And if you are in the blue network from the outside, have you think about if you are in the sea, for instance?
framing the sea.
The other way, if you are in the sea, look, yeah.
Well, yeah, because if you are in the sea swimming pool, which we thought about doing, if you're in there, because the building, stipulated with one of the design codes, would be elevated in stilts, so you would have a good view into the semi-private communal space.
So we're thinking like this. Let's say this is the street. So this building should be like on stilts, and we should maybe we didn't make it very clear, but we figured that like the path should have a path from here to here. Like here's the inner space, here's the swimming pool, and we figured like we should make a connection from outside, from the street to here. So like that's why this building is on the stilts. Like should give like the vision to the sea, also to lead towards this area.
Yeah, we discussed a little about those infinitive pools that you see the horizon, and this was exactly happened there because the ocean is in a lower level. So what we learned is that this public area with the swimming pool where the community could develop swimming lessons and other people could come too, this design could enter in the building with different material of the floor, and here we could have an activity too because we want the bolts of to be here too, so could be an area to fix the bolts and the appropriate space.
So that
Could they enter in the design?
So in a design code, there would be just a requirement to provide some swimming pool facility or some,
Yeah.
something.
Yes, swimming pool facility that's connected, that has a path from the street.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyone else to comment, to congratulate?
I really like the concept of using loads of different materials because it's sort of like following what they're doing at the moment and it creates a really nice sense of place.
Anyone else to say some criticize?
Please don't.